Heidi, I learned that you have joined many beauty competitions, and luckily you won some of those beauty contests like Miss Central Visayas Regional Athletic Association in 2006, Miss Habitat 2008, and just recently you've won Miss University of San Jose Recoletos Caritas. Now, could you tell us what was your edge that made you win these prestigious competitions?
Well, I would mention my confidence because I believe that with confidence we can do things the right way. Second would be my mind because it is what I use in every decision that I make. I may have made a lot of mistakes, but without it, I won't be here tonight. Next would be my genuine smile that can capture the hearts of many people, and of course, my strong faith in God.
Now, Heidi, calamari is originally from Hagna, correct?
Yes, you are.
So, could you tell us the procedure on how to make a calamari, if ever you know how to make a calamari?
Well, of course, we have to prepare the three main ingredients. The meal glutinous rice, also known as pilit or malagkit, brown sugar, and coconut milk. The first thing you have to do is to dissolve the brown sugar to the coconut milk, and then you will mix the glutinous rice after. You will stir that continuously. Take note, ladies and gentlemen, continuously. Because if you fail to do this, the results will be uneven, and worse, it can get burned. You have to stir this for almost several hours, like 4 to 5 hours, until you achieve the thickness that you want to have. And after that, you will place it in a well-polished shell and let it cool down. And you have to find its partner, the other half of the coconut shell, and close it and seal it with a red ribbon. Red ribbon symbolizes the love of Hagna Anon because our calamari is a word of love.
That was very comprehensive, I should say. How I wish I was bringing with me a pen and a paper just so I could list down the recipe for, making calamari. Now, Heidi, why is calamari from Hagna different from other calamaris in the towns here in Bohol?
Well, because it is made through the patience of Hagna Anons. Patience because we have to wait for 4 to 5 hours. Next is hard work, because it is not easy to steer the calamari for those hours. And of course, as what I've mentioned, it is a product of love of the Hagna Adams, because that is what we are known for. We do something with love and compassion.
A product of love and compassion. I kind of like that. So Heidi, please pick an envelope for your question. And this is your question. If you had to live life all over again, what part of your life would you change? Again, the question is, if you had to live life all over again, what part of your life would you want to change?
Well, if given a chance, I would not change anything, because I believe that I am a product of my past. My sacrifices, my sorrows, my heartaches, and my joys made me into who I am now. A woman who is not naive, but wise and beautifully molded by experience. Thank you.
So anyways, Zenevi, you are an industrial engineering student, correct?
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but after earning that degree, could you tell us what will be your possible job as an industrial engineer? What does an industrial engineer do?
Industrial engineering is a branch in engineering that is concerned about the installation of human resources. So it is our job to manage people. So in simple terms, an industrial engineer is the one who manages the production.
Wow, it's very amazing. It sounds like rocket science to me, but I'm pretty sure it's very easy for you. But Senator, what caught my attention while I was reading your profile was that you wanted to run and own your own zoo.
Yes.
Why? Why do you want to own a zoo?
That is very innate to myself that I really love animals. And when I was still young, I am really amazed every time I see dogs, insects. Those things might be nothing to some, but for take good care of, because as stewards to God's creation, it is our duty and responsibility to take good care of our environment.
Excellent. So somebody please pick an envelope for your question. A steward for animals. Interesting. And this is your question. What are the sacrifices you have made for this pageant? Again, your question is, what are the sacrifices you have made for this pageant?
Unfortunately, this week is also our prelim exam. So I was not able to give my full attention to my studies. So that is what I consider to be my greatest sacrifice. And this pageant is something which I could not take for granted, because this is just once in a lifetime opportunity. So tonight, I would like to assure everyone that even though I have a lot of worries in my mind, I am doing my best just to win the crown of Miss Bohol Sandugo.
Hello, Gladys.
Hi.
Now, Gladys, you are only 17 years old, and you are actually one of the youngest candidates for this pageant. Do you think that being young puts you at a disadvantage compared to the much older and more experienced candidates?
Please repeat it again.
Okay, you're only 17, correct?
Yes, I am that young, 17 years.
And the other candidates for this beauty competition, they're much older than you are. Do you think that being young is disadvantageous in joining this competition?
For me, being young is not a hindrance in joining pageants such like this, because I believe in my talent, skills, that I can do this and bring home the crown tonight.
So Gladys, how do you see yourself 10 years from now? Once you reach the age of 27, how do you see yourself?
I see myself working in a prestigious hotel, like 5-star hotel.
Working in a 5-star hotel. Very nice goal. So Gladys, please pick an envelope for your question. And this is your question. If someday you would get married, how do you see yourself? A full-time homemaker or a career woman? Let me repeat. If someday you will get married, how do you see yourself? A full-time homemaker or a career woman?
I see myself as a career woman. Why? Because being a career woman is in any field I am in. I can also be a homemaker as well. That would be all. Thank you.
Now, Jasna, you have been an honor student from 1st grade up to the 6th grade, and you have been doing exceptionally well in your schooling. Now, do you have any recipe for success in your schooling that you want to share to our audience? Do you have any recipe for your success as a student that you could share with our audience?
First, I want to share to everyone that we should always put our studies as our first priority. Because we should always remember that our future depends on us. That's why we should always make our studies as our first priority. Because who will save us is ourselves only. That's why to all the high school students here, to the elementary students, study well.
Now, Jasna, it's a common reality, especially here in the Philippines, that a lot of Filipino youth are neglecting their studies. So what piece of advice could you give them?
Continue your studies, because as what I have said earlier, there's no one who can save you but yourself. Because as a person in this world, we all know that God has given us equal intelligence, in which we as ourselves is the one who is capable of what do you call that, we're the one who is capable of letting that intelligence of ours to be improved, right? So those person who is not yet studying nowadays or is not continuing their studies, continue your studies, because that is for your own future.
Indeed, it's schooling is one of the very important factors for you to succeed in life. So Jasna, please pick an envelope for your question. And this is your question. Tell us the 3 strong points about Bohol. Again, your question is, tell us 3 strong points about the province of Bohol.
Good evening to each and everyone. As a Boholana, I am proud to say that for me, the 3 strong points of Bohol are: first, the Bohol's tourist spot. We all know that Bohol is one of the small islands here in the Philippines. But for me, even Bohol is a small island, I can consider it as a paradise. Why? Because here in Bohol, we can find a lot of white sand beaches. Another one, we can find here the chocolate hills in Carmen, in which starches are there also. The floating restaurant, the longest mangrove plantation which can be found in Hetafe, the oyster plantation in our very own town, Buena Vista, the Sagbayan Peak, and a lot of tourist spots. The second strong point for me in Bohol is the Bohol's culture. As what we all know, Bohol is known for being religious. If you will just go all around, you will see how people celebrate fiestas. I think almost all the states is being celebrated. You will see the different kind of celebrating the fiestas, having different novenas, having different processions, and a lot of things. And then the third one, which is the strong point of Bohol, is the person itself. We all know that Bohol is known, we all know that people in Bohol is known for being hospitable, right? Actually, as of now, we're celebrating the Sandugo, which is started by Miguel Lopez de Legazpi and Dato Sicatuna, right? So for that, the first treaty of friendship was made, and we have concluded that Boholano are hospitable. That would be all. Thank you.
Hello Grace, how are you feeling tonight?
Hello, Glenn. I feel ecstatic in front of these beautiful people.
Wow, very nice. Now Grace, upon checking your personal profile, you made mention that you were a lobby singer at Shangri-La Mactan, correct?
Yes, Glenn, I am.
So how does it feel to perform as a singer in that luxurious hotel?
Well, I feel honored because it is a very big privilege to be performing in front of people, and not just people, because I have been performing in front of prominent people, because Shangri-La is a 5-star hotel in Cebu.
So Grace, do you see yourself as a professional singer, probably after 5 years from now?
Yes, Glenn, I have a plan to be on a cruise ship, to be a cruise ship singer, but inside my heart I want to travel, I want to be a flight attendant, I want to explore. I guess that is the plan.
Excellent. So Grace, please pick an envelope for your question. And this is your question. What is your stand on transgender who want to join prestigious pageants like Miss Bohol Sandugo? Again, the question is, what is your stand on transgender who want to join prestigious pageants like Miss Bohol Sandugo?
Well, thank you for that. Under the eyes of the humankind, transgenders have the same rights as a woman. But it is different in the eyes of God. For I believe, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what transitions these transgenders have gone through, we cannot still deny that they are born biologically men. But I am not against these transgenders because we are blessed to have them, for they make the world a
a better place to live in. Do you think I am here without these people? They've been an inspiration. My trainer, my mentor, my makeup artist. These are transgenders. But they made me a better person. Let us remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are bound to dream and bound to do whatever we want with what we have and appreciate what we are, not surpassing the limits of limitation. Thank you so much.
Hello, Lavelia.
Hello.
Now, Lavelia, I learned that this is your first time to join a beauty pageant.
Yes, it is my first time to join this competition.
What made you decide to join Miss Bohol's Sandugo?
Because Kuya Jun, he gave me an opportunity to have this, so I grabbed this opportunity.
And Lavelia, how has joining this beauty pageant changed your life, considering that this is your first time to join one?
Yes, it changed my life. It helps to enhance my personality and to be more confident to myself.
Excellent. So Lavelia, you only have one envelope left. Unfortunately, you cannot pick any other question. And this is your question. What is your strength and weakness? Again, the question is, what is your strength and your weakness?
My strength is my parents, because my parents give me strength, especially when I am down. And my weakness is that being a sensitive person. Because Kuya Jun, he gave me an opportunity to have this, so I grabbed this opportunity.
And Lavelia, how has joining this beauty pageant changed your life, considering that this is your first time to join one?
Yes, it changed my life. It helps to enhance my personality and to be more confident to myself.
Excellent. So Lavelia, you only have one envelope left. Unfortunately, you cannot pick any other question. And this is your question. What is your strength and weakness? Again, the question is, what is your strength and your weakness?
My strength is my parents, because my parents give me strength, especially when I am down. And my weakness is that being a sensitive person.